Hi everybody. Today I got tagged by the Bookalicious team to do the Bookalicious Tag, and I will be reading the questions off of my computer. And excuse me because I don't have my glasses right now, so I'm blind as a bat, as many people like to say. So the first question is, what percent of books do you get from the library, and what percent do you get elsewhere? I think my books are 50-50. I do like to go to the library with my schedules and my college classes and everything. It's like very hard for me to go to the library, so either I like borrow them or I buy them for here, or I borrow them from friends when I really don't have the time to go and get them. So what character would you want to be and why? I think my favorite character is Luna Lovegood. She's strange, she's weird, she's everything. That was my brother, so don't mind him. She's strange. I like how she's out there. You see her crazy outfits, her crazy hat, and everything. Type of girl that does that type of stuff. Not anymore, but I used to be. So, what is your favorite book from your childhood? It would have to be, it was this alligator book. I can't remember the name, but it was my favorite. I used to reread it over and over again, and that's strange for you to have a favorite childhood book and you can't remember the name. But I can remember the whole entire story. This boy, he sneaks in that little alligator, and he he raises the alligator in his house. Eventually, as you all know, you can't keep secrets from your parents, especially pets, especially alligator that definitely gets big. I'm pretty sure your parents would notice there's an alligator under your bed. Unless your parents didn't see or anything. What is your favorite book? What is my favorite book? Do I have my favorite book right here? Let me see. Let me see. It would have to be one of the books from the Harry Potter series, and it is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I don't know, this is like my favorite one of all time. I just love this, especially DA. Book fighting, and I loved how the twins had to go. They left. They decided they had enough. They opened up their own business. I think that's really cool, really independent move, and I always like them because of that. What book series do you have all the books of? Let's see. Several. I have all the Harry Potter books. God, honestly, I can't remember. I have. Oh, that's the only I can remember off my head. So, do you buy used books or you swap.com? Oh, occasionally I do go to my library. They do have sales. I got the Confessions of a Shopaholic from there, and if you want to see my review of the Confessions of a Shopaholic, you can check it out. I will have it posted on my channel sometime this week or next week. I thought, so occasionally my library has sales of books. Like books are like 5, 10, 25 cents, and sometimes you can get like a whole big bundle of books for like $10, and I thought that was really good. And you're helping to support your library, especially for books that no one really reads or anything. I occasionally find some really good finds from there. Like I found Sophie Kinsella, who's also the maker of Confessions of Shopaholic. I'm not sure if a lot of people know about this, but she has another book called Remember Me, and this has to be one of my favorite books of all time. It's really a lovely story. It's more of a, it could be of a YA read, but I thought it was more of a adult novel. It's not really about romance or anything. is based on romance, but it's not like those romance novels. And I thought it was really nice and beautiful, and I felt oddly satisfied when I read the book. So, who is your favorite hottest or who is your favorite or hottest guy or girl in the book? Ah! Can you even ask that of me? I have so many guy crushes in books. It's not funny because when I talk about guy crushes, my friends are like, "Oh my goodness, she's talking about a book again." Oh my goodness, I'm like, I am. So my favorite or my hottest guy crush right now would have to be Puck from the Iron Face series. I always love Puck, especially in the Midnight Summer's Dream. I love how he's mischievous, but he's deadly at the same time. Like, he laughs things up, but he's definitely deadly, and I definitely like that in guy. So he doesn't live up to that. So what is your favorite book cover? I'm not really a book person, gal type of gal, but there is one cover I am definitely interested in. I like things that hint of other worlds. I get this tumbling. These are my current reads that I'm reading right here that I have around my desk. I'm taking them out one by one and they're tumbling. I really like how this looks. This is by Leah Cypress, and I thought it hinted at both. Look at beautiful castle. Isn't it kind of like a Disney look? And I kind of like how the silver is, and she signed this. And but I know it's close to my heart, but kind of reminds me of Disney and stuff and things. And I'm gonna have to pay for this later because I have to arrange this back. This is like a total mess I'm doing right here. My next question is, what was the first book you ever read? Oh, first book I ever read on my own violation would have to be, what is it called? It's by Laura Boulder. It's the Little House series, and I loved those books. I finished them from the beginning to the end, and I think I gave away my book series to another person. But I loved that series. I totally grew up with the character. I'm like, oh my goodness! It almost made me want to be a teacher when I was younger, but yeah. So what is your favorite book to movie adaptation? I don't know how anyone can ask that. It's obviously Harry Potter. The Golden Compass comes in second. It's straight up. There is no question to it. Of course, what other movie is better than that? When did I start making videos on YouTube? I started making videos on YouTube sometime in May or June. That's just recent, so I'm fairly new on YouTube. I started my blog around that time too. I used my blog and my YouTube to supplement each other. You mostly find me on my blog though, so occasionally, like every 2 weeks or so, maybe 3 or 4, depends on how my schedule is. Usually find me on YouTube as well, but mostly I'm on my book blog. I blog like every single day, so it's not that I'm being lax on my YouTube or book blog, but I blog more on my blog than I blog on YouTube. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So where is the best place to read? The best place to read would be on my bed or off a little corner. I don't really have a preference. I can read anywhere, car, if I'm not driving, during my classes. Oh, I'm really bad with that. Like, okay, just looking at the professor, I'm really into this book, and then like, what just happened for the lecture? Did I spend 3 hours in this class not paying attention to the professor? Yeah, that's a really bad habit. But I do like to curl up on my bed and just sit down and just read and just flop. in the bed and just go into reading mode that no one can get me up from. You can call me several times. You're not gonna get me to answer you. Have I ever written my own fan fiction book? I have written my own fan fiction for a game. A lot of people thought it was amazing. People think I have a way with words. Maybe not speaking them. I'm really not able to articulate my words very properly in front of people because I'm really shy. I'm not shy depending on my mood. But when I'm writing, you can definitely see like I definitely have confidence. Everybody has their own writing style and has their own writing voice, as I call it. Because when you read, you can. It's like as if you can hear the author or the writer talking to you, explaining the story themselves. I don't know. That happens for anybody else, but it happens for me. So that's how I am. But I've made a Harry Potter fiction. I never finished it. I don't think I even finished past the first chapter, but I did have a friend who made her own Harry Potter fan fiction, and I was so excited to read it, and it was amazing. But she's on to better and greater things. If you could only read 3 books for the rest of your life, what would they be? Oh my goodness, 3 books for the rest of my life. It would have to be an endless book. Like if they can make a Harry Potter book with all the books inside, like just one book, like an exclusive collector's edition of just one book, okay? That would be one book. And then oh man. I'm trying to look for another one. Like I could read forever. Oh, I have these long books over here that they're like 1,000 pages long, and they're really interesting. They're based on historical. I like historical fiction, but right now I've really been into YA, um, about mythological creatures. I'm really into them as well, but I can't really choose 3 books. I don't know how you could ask that of me. Could you ask that from this face? So I'm gonna skip that question. What is the longest book you have read? Would that be Harry Potter? Let me count, because I don't really count the pages. Yeah, I definitely think it's Harry Potter. Definitely. It's either, yeah, it's mostly Harry Potter. Yep, it's Harry Potter series. If I were to write a book, what would the title be and why? Actually, I'm in the process of writing 2 novels. I can't really name them for you because I don't really decide on the name. I don't know if I'm gonna release it. What I do is like I email my friend each week a chapter because I have the tendency to start novels and never really finish them, and I get there halfway to the climax and I'm like, I'm just not feeling this novel anymore, and then I stop and everybody's like, they're just looking at me like, finish it, please. I need to know what happened. I'm like, no, I'm just not feeling it. So, I will definitely tell you once I complete a successful full-length novel and anything. My title would be mostly based on something fantasy or relating to mythological creatures because I'm definitely into mythology. The next question: how many books have you read last month? Oh wow! How many books have I read last month? Wow. I think I read 6 to 12 books last month, which is a big thing. It's when school officially starts. I don't think I'll be reading a lot of books. I used to be a really fast reader. I remember when I was younger, I used to take like 13, 15 books out of the library, and the librarian would look at me like, "That's a lot of books you have there. You can read them." Like, yeah, I can read them. I could definitely read them, and I did. But now these days, I'm not reading as fast as I used to. I don't know if it's old age. I'm not old. I'm just saying. As you get older, I always think that your brain gets slower. Tries to know, but it's just like you have just